Drawback chess. This is a pretty recent chess variant where both players have a drawback, a secret restriction. Both players, of course, have a different one. So, for example, if you captured on your last move, you must capture if able. So just as a demonstration, for example, if I did that and then captured this bishop, I capture last turn, so now I must do a capturing move like that or that, even if I don't necessarily want to. Now, the game has an unbelievable amount of drawbacks. I think there's like 150 drawbacks already implemented. This pawn battle advanced, huh? Adjacent always means the 8 squares around it. A piece always refers to any piece, even including pawns. And moving is always move or capture, unless specified otherwise. There are some minor rule differences. For example, check does not need to be defended. The game actually ends on capturing the king. It's because, for example, it's possible that maybe I have a drawback that prevents this from actually being a check, so I need to capture the king to win. Alright, let's get started then. Alright, this game I can't capture with pawns. That looks insane. We're just gonna go and try for, obviously, piece attacks then. That's actually incredibly bad for me. I can't do any center stuff. My opponent's gonna do the center stuff. As is, I guess, is unsurprising. Like, I already wonder if the way I'm playing right now is exposing that I have an entirely ridiculous and bad pawn situation. Alright, let's hit that. I don't know. Obviously, I want to bait my opponent into trading one of my secretly useless pawns for one of their real pawns. This is not being hit, right? Weird. Well, there's a castle, and this is a free piece. Pawn, I mean. Also threatening mate, although that's should be easy to fix, yeah. If I open this up, then maybe I'm allowing a big rook attack. It's also really tempting to trade one of my useless pawns. Attempt another useless pawn trade, though. Whatever, I don't know what to do. I'm just gonna make that move. I mean, like, what I want to do is put something there. Okay, it traded. Or I could try to pin this. Wait, why don't I just do this? Wait, that was really dumb. What the hell am I doing? Like, this is the more effective threat, so that made no sense. I don't know, maybe it red herrings the drawback. Okay, that's being defended. I can try moving this in here. I will do that because I'm insane. That's a deflection to try to allow this. Man, imagine their drawback is that the queen is trash. Anyway, I do want to make sure that I don't miss a mate or something, but I don't think I have anywhere close to mate right now. Oh, what the? I can just take that. There we go. Okay, so my opponent obviously believed that my threat was bluffing, but it was not. So my opponent's drawback was social distancing. You cannot make non-capturing moves to squares adjacent to your opponent's pieces. Okay, as in, like, for example, in the last move, that was only possible because that bishop was capturing something. If it was not capturing anything, it wouldn't be able to make that move. And so, for example, this bishop can't move here, here, or here because those are adjacent to one of my pieces. So that, like, I don't know, like, the early game, it was hard to tell because I was trying to make a certain opening due to my inability to capture. That's surprising, actually, that my drawback is listed as being near the easy ones. And I could kind of believe it, too, because the threat of the pawn is very convincing, and people will try to avoid getting tricked by pawns, so it makes sense that they retain, like, a significant amount of their perceived threat. Alright, Royal Birth. Can't make moves that place a piece next to a king. That doesn't seem that bad. But we'll try it out. Okay, they move here. That does not seem like a very doing much move, and we have the pawns that are preventing that. Like, don't I already want to move stuff away from my king? I guess I can't castle. That is one thing, right? So let's try doing that. I don't know. Let's block both the knight and the bishop from hitting there. I think my opponent's not contesting the center enough, and I want to do DD. Now, I don't know what to do with my rooks. Like, I might... Okay, I'm trading the c-pawn for a center pawn. I think I should close it down and maybe allow the other bishop in. I'm not sure. Maybe I do this. Like, I don't need to trade... Oh, shoot. No, not there, because the knight's sitting. I don't know. If they have a non-capture move, then, I don't know. Then they'll be revealed. It does not seem like that's what it is. Okay, I have to be worried about this stuff all around my king now. Let's go here. No, I can't do that, so... They castle, okay. Which means, of course, that they don't have the same drawback as me. We do want to have this. Then we can try marching this up. I wonder if king can move. Technically, this is the thing that adds pieces that are next to the king, but I don't think that's what it's meant, of course. There's also a nasty fork that's coming there. Maybe we trade. And then, wait, this is not defended, so there's actually, like, a sacrifice that I could do, if allowed. Because that's not defended. Okay, then. Check. And this queen should be mine for the taking. Chess battle wow. Wow, you don't believe I have real check, check, do you? There you go. Unspooling? You can only move... Oh my god, I want that drawback. Only move a total of 100 distance. And when you run out, you lose. Incredible. So, what the heck? That's the thing that that's the metric I was going to use, so they have their message. So 99 squares, 96 squares remaining. 91. A knight counts as 3, by the way. It's not like some freaking square root thing. Like my Minesweeper with square roots videos that are still probably not publicly posted. Like, distance is always, like, I think bishop distance... I don't actually know. Bishop distance might count as 2, as like, an even bigger scam. So that's 3, as expected. Oh, how much is, king and rook is only counts... castle only counts as 2 squares. Okay. The knight moves, so they had 70... Okay, they did not even hit close to their drawback. And also, yeah, the bishop counts as 2. Incredible scamminess, but there you go. Alright, can't move the same piece twice in a row. Okay, they move c4. Just gonna set up this diagonal here. Actually, I wonder if this means that I cannot move a pawn. I can move a pawn, just not the one that I did. Alright, makes sense. Okay, another pawn move. Are we forced to make pawn moves? What is this nonsense? Well, we should do this, hitting this pawn and this pawn, right? Though, I guess, there is a risk here, because let's say I move the bishop to take this, and then my opponent does that. Well, then, I look like an idiot, because I can't move that bishop off. The same is true for queen threats, although in this case, if... Oh, man, that's a huge issue, kind of. Because if my opponent does the natural thing, if, like, let's say I also do that and recapture the queen, I can't avoid the knight going in here and then threatening to capture. Well, I guess I could, because the bishop is there to hit it, but wow. Definitely disincentivizes the capture and leave idea. And also, if the queen recaptures, is hitting the rook. So, freaking resign. Oh, but my opponent's drawback was evil twin. If you can capture a piece with a piece of the same type, you must. I get that that's why it's on the easy side, because it doesn't really come up that often, I think, and it's an even trade, too. And so, like, that, my opponent was then forced to do that. I'm kind of surprised by how few noobs there seem to be when playing this, but you could definitely imagine, like, a noob not understanding it, and now, this is purely fan fiction, but imagine them being unable to select any of their other pieces, and being like... Or playing against you reveal, I reveal. Will we get scammed? Sure, why not? Let's see if these people scam me or not. Okay, your opponent revealed their drawbacks. Snipers. Your bishops can only capture from a distance of at least 8. Okay, this is interesting. Both the drawbacks are public now. So, your non-pawn pieces can only make moves that start or stop. Start or stop like that? Huh. Okay, and your bishops can only capture from a distance of at least 8? What does that mean? At least 8? So, like, not... Like, if the bishop was in the corner, not these squares, then? I guess that's why they're snipers, but they are the worst bishops. Can only make moves. So, if I do that... what does tell to start or stop mean? I can't... Because that works. Okay, I don't want to allow this diagonal to be hit. But if I do that, I can maybe hit this pawn. I don't know. The bishop that is... I don't want that bishop to trade, because obviously it's a worse bishop. Maybe I should, like, do my own sniping. With my better bishop. Don't understand this drawback. Maybe maybe we should be lucky and say, like, bank that our opponent doesn't know either. Okay, I don't know how to get this out now. Again, I was worried about this. Okay, I'll do that, and then maybe, like, do here. Trying to get a double attack if my opponent pushes that. I can hit here or here. Maybe we should just try to get a castle going. Although I guess this is, like, vulnerable to here. Another sniper is gonna come. This one is already hitting where I'm sniping, so I don't want that in the way. Oh, maybe, next to means... Oh, God. Means that because it is starting from a place nearby a pawn, that's why these have such free movement right now. But if I do that... See, the pre-move doesn't help either, but... And like, I don't know if it means all 8 or just the 4. Okay, so here... It's still next to, so I guess that's fine. We'll trade pieces... some threat is on there, but we'll castle now. They castled as well. I'm trying to get this hit, but that knight's horribly in the way. And also the bishop isn't actually defending because of that sniper drawback. In fact, that means if I do this, then it's not actually pinned. Like, this is not a pin of the bishop. So maybe I do just put this here, as weird as it looks to move the queen again. Because that bishop can't actually hit this. That's too short range. Now, I expect the rook to go and try to hit this piece. And then I will need to add another attacker somehow, which I'm not sure how to do. Oh, wow. Okay, your opponent moved there, which obviously hits this and this, but isn't this not defended? I'll take that. What? Oh, because I cannot. That's not adjacent to a pawn, but I mean, this is adjacent to here. Okay. So I can't make long-range captures unless I have a pawn here. Okay, I mean, I'd love to do that, but it's also fun to like, so this re-enables my queen, is what I'm trying to do there. I'm also spending so much time. That knight shouldn't be a threat, I think. It just took, I just realized this is actually 4 away. I'm gonna take this still. What do you mean I can't? Yes, I can. There you go. And this is adjacent to a pawn, this knight, so I can go back and recapture, so I'm still threatening that. However, I'm not threatening anything around here. Ugh, this is what they mean by move. Okay, guess that makes sense. I'm so destroyed. Okay, I'm gonna lose the queen. Try to hit that, I guess. Right, move this up. That bishop's still too close range. Trying to make this hit now. Okay, and now I am. Well, look, should be able to block that close range bishop. We do have the ability to block this path off completely. Okay. Okay, a giant attack is coming here, and I don't know even what I could do to stop it. Okay, it's getting taken. Shoot. Okay, freaking opponent's lining up something here. I'd like to at least connect the rook to somewhere. This rook is also completely stranded. Okay, it's moving there. Block it. Block the queen at least. I'm not making real forward progress. Okay. Really want to close down this angle. Will probably lead to something like that. Yes, it does. I don't know. Push this. Also, this has not been defended for forever. Also, if that gets taken, I can't recapture. Oh my god, because there's no pawn nearby anymore. Okay, and I can't. So another pawn is lost. There's no pawn for this to rescue. There's no actual defense here. Wait, no, yes there is, because it starts near a pawn. God. See, okay, there. That takes the queen. What the hell? Like, see, I was gonna suggest, like, better UI, in the sense that the freaking... Okay, move there. There's a mega pin going on there. As in my opinion, okay, what? My king can't move because it's not near a pawn. And it's like, wow, my bishop is impersonating being a sniper too, huh? Okay, we're completely running out of time. Move this, just move this up. God, like, I was gonna suggest UI that, like, highlighted, like, it's torchlight and there's no freaking art or nice lighting effects. But I assume that things would be even worse if I could see some fancy UI. Yeah, I'm screwed. I have nothing that can deal with this. Wow. Alright. I guess the opponent view problem only affects games where both players show their drawback to each other, but improved UI would basically cause an asymmetricality in the usefulness of information to each player. Bipartisanship. You cannot move left twice in a row or right twice in the row. Okay, I mean... And 4 doesn't even matter, I think. It should maybe reset the... Like, I don't know. Really? That's the first move. More importantly, that didn't seem like a right move. Oh, what the? Oh, that's okay. Never mind, that was to take that. But I can take this pawn. That's totally fine. Oh, what the? Seriously, Really now? Freaking spaghetti monster. There should be a message here that usually, like, helps with that sort of stuff. Don't know where the hell it went. Well, I just got nuanced. But that should be fine. Also, nice move. Freaking pre-movers. So that was right. That means I can take this, and also that's leading a nice checkmate if my opponent is freaking playing drunkenly ignoring everything. Or maybe their drawback is so bad. Imagine a drawback that's like, you actually only have 5 seconds to make moves. Okay, this is not even defended. Let's just take it. Nice to have an easy game for once. I mean, after that previous match. I actually assumed that... Oh, what the? Not even that, dude. Take that. There's gonna be this hit. Oh my god, that's right. I can't. God damn it. Oh, but I can take it. What the hell, man? What a dumb game that was. My opponent's drawback was you can't move your rooks. If you lose all your rooks, you lose. I don't think my opponent needs any help not moving the freaking rooks, but thanks anyway. What the hell's this description, man? For bishops... Huh? What? This is another incredibly hard drawback. It's like... Oh, sure, but I can't lose both of my knights in case they would want to trade the bishop, and right, let's just, like, I don't know, it's a pawn game now, I guess. Dislodge that, they'll probably move this in response. Same is true about your knights and rooks. Well, I guess, it's not so bad, because I think the rule is... Okay, we need to get this here and here quickly. But this is actually, well, we're gonna say that and hope they don't capture this. Ow. Oh my god. We're just gonna let it happen. They didn't even take it. I mean, they're pretty screwed looking anyway. But yes, my pieces are basically deactivated, attack-wise, and it's actually a really interesting downside. Like, at first I read it as if it was about, like, they would only be able to capture on the turn where they're adjacent, but it permanently allows them to capture again, is the idea. So we're gonna rescue this. Now the knights are fixed. I just gotta hope they don't notice the rook hanging. Of course they do. But at least this is freaking free. There is a fork there. But I am 7 points down material. I guess I'm forced to not take that threat seriously. Religious dispute. If your opponent moves a bishop, you must move a bishop or lose. What the heck? What? Wow. And when did I move a bishop? Why does pressing right arrow scroll the screen down? Okay, so yes, the bishop caused the move, but it's really not obvious it did, and I didn't freaking move my bishops. Like, this is also, I hate the phrasing of that they freaking mentioned the bishops first, and then at the very end, the same is true about your knights and rooks. Oh my god, devil on your shoulder. Devil's suggesting terrible moves for you to make. If you disobey it 7 turns in a row, you must obey it on the 8th. Hilarious. So I can't disobey it, obviously. What the... Well, I mean, I guess the devil is in the details. The devil convinced the opponent to resign. That's a terrible move, if the devil's highlighting the resign button. Alright, covering fire. You can only capture a piece if you could capture 2 different ways. This seems like a really big disadvantage. Like, should I even capture stuff then? I don't know what to think about that one. I might want to keep the position closed. That is incredible. Like, so if I do this, that pawn doesn't actually defend it, because I need 2 freaking defenders on it. That's... And I can't attack either. Like, how inept is this? Alright, let's prevent that knight from coming in. I mean, this is already not defended, but hopefully my opponent doesn't know that. Okay, knight move. Might as well put my bishop there too, so we can open this up and get this bishop in. Freaking symmetrical video game. Still not capturable 2 different ways. Like, my hope is that my opponent also has such a severe drawback. Like, I guess I move it there. That's so awful. I need to do a bad move like that to defend it twice. And that kind of ruins the knight, but maybe I can get the bishop here. Got taken, and okay. Fair enough. Capture towards the center. Okay, this is not defended. And now the rook will be there, so I might as well try to defend it here. And if that gets taken, I'm basically lost immediately. Maybe castle? Get this pin off me? Though that's a bad castle anyway. Maybe I want to do this. That would pretend to attack the bishop. Some move that seems odd for my opponent, I guess. This is not a threat because I have the queen and the king on it, at least. Oh, what the? What a weird move. Pretty sure I want a castle, right? Despite this pin that is technically happening. Another not significant pawn move. We'll do that because this knight is not... Well... It's not being attacked, but... Okay. Right, what do we do? Doubled pawns are happening either way, but maybe I want to close position. And we still have a pawn chain, technically. That moved. So, I mean... Certainly a lot of pawn moves for my opponent. Maybe one the open file here? Like, this is a thing that I can use for my rook. This bishop is inept. Don't really know what to do to fix that, because all these are pointing at pawns that defend these. Okay, that is not actually defended very well, but it feels like I'd rather try to get the rook in play rather than actually defend it, which seems like a giveaway move. And there's no way queen will try to take the knight here, right? So they castles. What? They castles. Nice freaking statement there. So we kind of got some bad pins going on. I don't know how to fix it. If I do this, I'm causing kind of a pin here as well. Maybe we do this. I do know that kind of leads that, but hopefully it doesn't actually do such a thing. This position is incredibly locked up. Oh, knight moves back. As they were imagining this is a threat and want to move this, I suppose. Is it time to open this position up now? Like, I want to get this, this bishop hit right now on the queen while we can. Rook moved there. Rook is a very... It does make sense the defender of that. But let's say they capture back with the pawn, which I think they will do. Yes, so now I have this opened. Unfortunately, the rook capture is a bit lost right now. I will need to add one extra attacker to that if I want to do anything, and realistically, I can't actually do anything there. Just feels like I should have more of a way to attack this than I don't. Maybe I try to go up like that. Maybe. I don't know, this pawn isn't doing much. Problem is this. I can't even defend this pawn. However, I probably want to do that still because it looks like I am hitting this knight. So there's a fake pin here. Okay, my opponent just moved and they moved this bishop. I have no idea how credibly I should take this threat. Probably this doesn't work. Like, it doesn't count as two different ways if it's a queen behind. If I do this, the knight is liable to come in. Ugh, how horrible. Well, we're gonna pretend to attack this thing. Okay, my opponent moves here. It technically gives me more of an in going this way. Pawn moves there. It's not very attackable if I move my queen here, right? Well, I guess it's not much of a question about the attacks, but more that I can't actually take any of these even if I wanted to. Okay, my opponent does that, hitting these pawns, which are very weak now. Do that. This is pretending to defend both, and I can maybe set up my... Oh my god, what the hell is that? Opponent must have figured out the drawback, because yeah, I can't take that. God, that was ridiculous. My god! Unrequited love. Your king can only move towards your queen. And you can't move the king if you don't have one. Well, I wasn't close to giving check. Your king can only move away from your king. And what the hell is this difficulty? Oh, why do I get such a hard one? Drawbacks are calculated adaptively using an ELO system. Have I been winning too many games? What the hell is this? It's not even like the queen. It's not even directly away from the king, because the king was not on the same rank as the freaking queen. File or whatever. Freaking CBA. Alright, so your queen can only make moves to your two home ranks. So, okay. We do have to make a first move, obviously. So, the queen cannot go... Wow, only between these two rows. Incredible. Alright, then. I guess this queen needs to be sacrificed to its lower value or something, or maybe we can convince a queen trade. So this thing, we should probably attack it. But first, let's bring this out. Now, if I do this, that's not actually going to be a defended square. So, do need to be careful about that. Let's just put this bishop across this long diagonal if I can. Also, that's a very poorly aimed arrow. What the? King moved? What was that for? That was really bad. Okay, I guess move this here. I should have blocked it maybe, because, I don't know. There's some idea of an attack that might happen there. Ooh. Pawn here, this is attacked by two things, but if I move here, it's not good, because that's being hit by two things and only defended by one. Actually, no, it's being hit by three things, look at that. So, I think I get a free pawn here. Now, which one is more valid to attack with? Probably doesn't matter that much, but let's keep that in defense. If this happens, I can just move this away in the back. Alright. King can like, what? It's not like they win the game if that, like, so weird. We need to get our stuff out of the way. If I do this, there's a fork between the queen and the rook that I might be capable of threatening here. So I'm gonna move it there. Hopefully I don't get punished too hard, but if I move this away, then the bishop starts defending it, which is good. Oh, I'm actually an idiot. Fine, I guess we have this check to bring it back, but wow, that was embarrassing. My opponent doesn't know. The drawbacks are not known to the opposing player, so my opponent does not necessarily know that this is not defended by my queen. It's sure taking a lot of time on this move. If I had to guess, maybe this is another... Like, this is maybe a drawback about forced moving of the king. Okay, my opponent moved, and it's this move. So I guess they weren't forced to move the king then. Okay, we're gonna do the check. So this is getting attacked, but we do have a defender on it. The queen. Okay, my opponent has moved here. Okay, if only I could do that. I want to take this, then move this up. Yeah, we'll just take it and move this up. Okay, my opponent has moved this bishop to attack this. This is a square that I do need to worry about, because then I lose a lot of defense if that happens, so... Here? Do you want to get this bit? Oh, takes. Uh-oh. Okay, shoot. There's a problem, because this is threatening, and this is pinned. Hopefully I can deal with that, although this is a very risky situation now. My opponent can move the king back here. Well, this bishop pin is definitely a problem, so we want to do that. Also opening this rook. We're currently still equal in material. Okay, my opponent has moved the bishop here. Now, do I want to reveal how bad my queen is by giving it away? There's no way that it's so bad that, like, we should do this. Although, maybe that's for making a repeat. I don't know. And I have to be worried about stuff like this, too. Okay, my opponent traded. Shoot. Okay, I mean, I'd expect a huge, incredible awfulness there, but okay. Here, kind of running out of ideas. This is incredibly threatening right now, and I have nothing much to do with it. I mean, nothing much I can do about it, I think. So now that's a thing, but that may be not a good thing. We'll do this. This is still hanging, too. Not great, but... Oh, my opponent moved the king again! Like, is there a pattern to when they move the king? Move 10, move 5, move 10, but not on move 15. So... maybe move it here, this pawn here. This is still something that I need to defend with this right now, and it's not going that well. Let's get this out of the line of fire, probably. Or at least, like, defend with this entire chain. From the bishop. Okay, my opponent moved there. I can imagine my opponent probably doesn't actually want to make a queen trade, but I'm gonna do here and then here to make it look like I'm trying to trade. Okay, my opponent has moved. Oh God. I mean, it's pinned. I wonder if I just allow this queen to be taken. No, I think I do the implied trade. No, that ruins. That allows a check, and that allows a... I don't know. I'm about to lose a rook if I attempt the fake trade. I don't know what to do. I'll just do it, which is capable of a tactic where my opponent can take, and then take the rook. Which that rook is undefended now. So... that, I mean, look, that got rid of the bad queen. Here's another king move that seems unprovoked. But now I can at least push this, probably. Because there's nothing that's hitting this anymore. Oh. Okay, shoot. That's pinned, so it needs defense. Unfortunately, it needs defense, because this freaking situation is incredibly trappy. God. 3 pawns can't fight 4. Okay, I have no idea. I'm just gonna do a move like that that's really bad for me, because, like, yeah, okay. My God, it was a king drawback. My opponent had to move the king 4 turns in a row. Not 4 turns in a row. Move it every 5 turns. See, like, I remembered, like, from watching other people's games, there was a rule like that, but I wasn't completely sure about what it was, and completely forgot. But yeah, if I did that, I could have, on this move, I could have just moved my own rook to threaten, and my opponent was forced to move the king next turn, so it couldn't actually take my king. Like, you're very capable of making moves even if your king is in check, because it's possible that your opponent doesn't actually have a checkmate or check due to their drawback. So yeah, this game is great, but there are some rough edges in it. Like, they don't have enough highlighting, and it's not consistent. For example, I'm just looking at this drawback right now, and like, wouldn't it be nice to know if you could still capture with them? It also seems kind of inevitable that someone might make like a cheat sheet of all the freaking drawbacks, which the game is hidden, by the way. There's no public list of all of them. I also wish there was a more consistent way to get the drawbacks that include you lose, which I was not able to film a complete game with any of the you lose types. I would have preferred to name this video Chess with Death Traps, but oh well. It'd also be really cool if like both players reveal their drawbacks. The addition was like somehow supported in the game. Anyway, bye. Drawback chess. Drawback chess. Drawback chess.